Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to your daily Wallops weather briefing for Tuesday, December 17th. Seeing some cloudy skies out there this morning, although temperatures are still very mild for this time of year due to the southwesterly flow as we are in the warm sector of this approaching low. That's going to be giving us some rain as we go towards the late morning and into the afternoon hours. Let's take a quick look at our radar loop here this morning. We do have our first batch of showers about to move through the southern Delmarva. Not really looking at a whole lot of rain with this first batch, only a few sprinkles and maybe about an hour or two of some isolated shower activity. Then it does look like we could be seeing a break in the rain around lunchtime into the early afternoon, and then we are going to be seeing some more moderate to perhaps even briefly heavy rain as we go towards the late afternoon, mid to late afternoon hours later today. So let's take a look at our current surface analysis across the region. There's that low pressure system currently approaching the mid-Atlantic region. We are in the warm sector of this system, and we got a little bit of some showers yesterday with morning with that warm front passing across the region. We are seeing those temperatures up into the mid to upper 50s this morning. Our record high for today is surprisingly low at only 62 degrees, and we are forecasting temperature of around 64, so it is likely, even though temperatures aren't going to be remarkably warm, we could still be seeing record-breaking high as we go into this afternoon, and then we're going to be seeing those showers move through the area with the cold front towards the mid to late afternoon hours later today. Then we'll see some cold high pressure move in as we go throughout the next couple days, bringing some very chilly, unseasonably cool weather across the region. Taking a brief look at our upper level winds this morning, seeing those winds southwesterly pretty much across the entire column. Not too high at the surface, only running around 10 to 15 knots, but then right above the surface we are seeing those winds increase all the way up to around 45 knots at the 1,000 foot level, and then remaining around 50 knots through 9,000 feet before they increase between 70 to 80 knots between the 12,000 and 25,000 foot levels. Seeing our freezing level this morning pretty high up there at 11,000 feet. So let's take a quick look at our satellite as we already saw our radar this morning. We are seeing starting to see clouds continue to increase across the region, not really expecting any sunshine at all, even though temperatures are still expected to get up into the lower to mid 60s this afternoon due to that southwesterly flow ahead of that cold front. We are going to be seeing that main line of showers currently well east of the area, but those will continue to move eastward, well west of the area, and those will continue to move eastward as we go throughout the day, impacting us later on this afternoon. Looking at our forecast for today, expecting that high temperature of 64 today, and then we're going to be seeing those chances of showers become likely between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. with just slightly lower chances in the early afternoon hours. After that cold front passes tonight, we are going to be seeing some colder, drier air moving in as cold high pressure starts to set up across the northeast, and that's going to help to clear out our clouds as we go into the pre-dawn hours of tomorrow and dropping our temperature to around 32 degrees tomorrow morning. Taking a look at our winds, going to see those southwesterly winds start to increase a little bit, around 10 to 15 knots and gusty towards late afternoon hours. Then as we get towards lunchtime and into the early afternoon, those winds will increase a little bit more, becoming westerly at 12 to 17 knots and gusty, and then northwesterly once that front passes it by the late afternoon into the early evening hours. We'll see those northwesterly winds remain a little bit gusty through about midnight and then decreasing a little bit in the pre-dawn hours of Wednesday, still remaining a little bit higher though, around 9 to 14 knots and gusty. That'll help prevent our temperatures from dropping really below freezing tomorrow morning. Taking a look at our terminal forecast, going to be seeing some scattered to broken deck of low clouds near 500 feet throughout the day today. We'll see those ceilings remain around 8 to 10,000 feet throughout the morning hours here, and then this afternoon we start to get those showers increasing. We'll start to see those ceilings drop down between about 1,500 and 3,500 feet at times, and then even down to around 500 feet in the heavier showers. And that we are expecting those heavier showers mainly between about 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Can't rule out a very slight chance of a thunderstorm, but looking unlikely this time. It's still going to be running around a 10% chance of seeing an isolated lightning strike around the region. Once we get after midnight, we'll start to see that drier, colder air mass move in. That'll help to clear those clouds out, with skies becoming just a few at 2,000 feet and a few at 25,000 feet by the start of the workday tomorrow. seeing tides normal along the Delmarva Atlantic coast this morning. Let's take a quick look here at our short-term weather model just to show you how our weather is going to progress throughout the day. Here's this current batch of showers depicted on the map that's about to move through the area. It doesn't look like they're very heavy. Might see 1/10 of an inch at the most over the next couple hours with our first batch of showers. Then it looks like things will dry out for the early afternoon hours before we see an uptick in that rainfall again with some more moderate substantial rainfall towards the late afternoon between that 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. hour. This is running around 6 p.m. and you could see little bits of some heavier cells being depicted on the model. That might be our best chance to see a rumble of thunder in the area, but like I said, only running about a 10% chance of that happening, and that'll be mainly after the workday later today. And then we'll see rain showers continue through about 8 or 9 p.m. before we start to see things taper off as that drier air mass starts moving to the area. Taking a look into our longer forecast here, there's that front that's going to move through today. As we move into tomorrow, you see this high pressure starting to build into the eastern half of the United States, and it's going to bring with it a very cold air mass across the region, expecting some very chilly winter-like temperatures over the next couple days after this cold front passes this evening. As you see, cold high pressure will settle across the northeast United States as we go into Wednesday and Thursday, and even Friday as well. We'll start to see those temperatures return a little bit more to normal Friday, but still expecting some frigid temperatures, especially Friday morning, before things start to slowly moderate a little bit as we go through the weekend. Not expecting any rainfall after today for a while, as we have this high pressure in control across the northeast for the rest of the work week and into the weekend, keeping our temperatures fairly chilly and dry, and then seeing the low pressure starting to develop across the southeast as we go into Sunday. We had talked about that yesterday a little bit, but now models are trending even more. That looks like high pressure will remain in control across the mid-Atlantic region, and that'll help to keep that low pressure system nudged well south of the mid-Atlantic, not really impacting our weather at all, with high pressure keeping our weather very seasonable as we go into Sunday and early into next week. So let's take a look at our 7-day forecast here to summarize. Seeing a high of 64 this afternoon with those showers, and that cold front will pass as we go into this evening. That'll help drop our temperature to 32 degrees tomorrow and a very chilly 44 degrees for our high on Wednesday. As we go into Thursday, that's when the core of that cold air mass is going to move across the region. That'll help our temperatures plummet to around 22 degrees. It does look like it's going to be a little bit breezy Thursday morning as that cold high pressure continues to build in. Might see those wind chills for Thursday morning drop into the mid to low teens, so that will be something to keep in mind if we were planning any outside work for Thursday morning, is to bundle up for those cold wind chills that are looking likely. And then still expect to be cold as we go into Thursday afternoon. That high temperature is going to struggle to get above freezing across the region. Friday does look like we're going to see another cold morning with 22 degrees. Could be a little bit breezy once again, so expect another chance to see some cooler wind chills into the teens possible as we go into Friday morning. Our high will be starting to moderate a little bit Friday onward with a high temperature of 41 degrees on Friday. Saturday, we are going to see, looks like the center of that high will be kind of overhead. That'll make those winds lighter, but also allowing for those temperatures to drop once again to the mid-20s. And then we'll see some highs slowly increase from there, 45 on Saturday, 49 on Sunday, and then back into the lower 50s by the time we get into Monday, with high pressure still under control, giving us some light winds for Sunday into Monday under partly cloudy skies. That'll do it for your daily weather briefing. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:15 a.m. and at 10 a.m. Have a wonderful day.